I am Coach Sess, motivated and determined, and you are listening to Words with a Mad Coach. What is consistency? Better yet, how do you know if you are consistent? I want to give you some pointers that might let you know that you are consistent, and maybe you use these bullet points to change up some things to become more consistent. So, what makes you happy? 9 times out of 10, whatever makes you happy, you tend to be consistent with. If you don't know what makes you happy, 3 places you need to look. You need to ask some questions of yourself in these areas. One is community. What is your community activity? What do you bring to the table? What have you constructed in that community? Do some conversation with yourself and ask yourself, what am I doing in the communities, whether they be physical, digital, virtual? You have a tribe somewhere. Look at work and opportunity, work that you can bring to a place. Like, for instance, if you have volunteer situations like where they make parks or serve food for the homeless, are you helping out in those places, or are you telling people that they can go volunteer? The more you get involved, this will help you find happiness for yourself. Intellect and creativity. What are you making? What are you reading? What are you putting inside your dome? And what are you expressing outside of your body? Are you painting? Are you tutoring? Anything like that. These things will help you define, because they fit into categories of a social construct. They fit into the category of intellectual property and business. And usually those 3 are the things that we kind of define ourselves by, but I'm pretty sure there's some level of happiness in there. So look. Look for gratitude over self-indulgence, especially self-gratification. You want to make sure that you're trying to create process for achievement that you can pass on to others. You know the whole saying about teach a man how to fish, give him a fish he eats for a day. Teach him how to fish, he'll eat forever. So try to create processes, and just instead of trying to be the person that has all the answers. You're the only one. You're the guru that sits on the mountain. We know how that goes. We know how that works. Surround yourself with goodness, not just good people, but goodness. Pay attention to, of course, good people, but pay attention to the sounds in your environment, the fresh air, the sun on your face, and feel the heat on your face, and just be thankful for its warmth, and just understand the natural order of this world, things that are out of our control, but yet they provide our safety and our comfort. Learn to see goodness in all things. Become a disciple of yourself in order to discipline yourself. Do more inventory of your strengths and weaknesses, things that you're afraid of, things that encourage you, things that give you empowerment, and things that you need to put down. Stop drinking so much. Stop staying up so late. Stop staying out with the wrong people. It's not about making immediate changes right away, but being able to recognize these things that are holding you back and then make that change. If you don't want to make that change, then don't worry about being consistent. Consistency also works in that way, that you can consistently do the wrong thing. Make sure that you continue in one direction. Try not to get too distracted, going off into different directions towards your goals, your ambitions, whatever they are. Try not to go in too many different directions. Beware of false claims. There are going to be some times where you're going to have to make some sacrifices for the things you want to do. So it's better to make them up front so that you can keep moving on and on the back end. Keep your eyes on the prize. Start with the end in mind. As the Bible says, where there is no vision, the people shall perish. That's the key. To stay on track, to keep moving in one direction, just keep your eyes on the prize. There's going to be a lot of people trying to tell you to do this, to do that. If they're not on that journey with you mentally, intellectually, or as a mentor, they're not on that journey with you. So don't spend all your time listening to those people. And don't listen to anybody who said, I tried this and I failed and I gave up. Why? Because fatigue and recovery is part of the process. But so are failure and resiliency. Failure and giving up, that's not it. So if you want to go far, FAR, you have to accept fatigue and recovery. That's number 1. And then failure and resiliency. That's number 2. You just, the old saying about if you fall off the horse, get back on it. Be precise. That means plan it out. You need to have a plan that you can see right in front of you. then you need to know your plan. You need to know your plan better than anyone, but know your plan to the point where you can get rid of it and then write new plans or adapt older plans. That's how well you should know your plan. Key sign to know that you're consistent: you can juggle these concepts in and out of your brain on a daily basis and still take 2 steps forward. Be precise in your choice, as I said, but also be certain of your choice. And how do you know if you're certain? It will give you energy. Think about a child. When parents first have children, it gives them fresh, new energy. They're committed to that, raising that child, and they spend time with that child. Energy, commitment, and timing is a good sign that you're probably certain of that choice. You spend a lot of time doing something, you're pretty much being consistent. So those are my bullet points when it comes to consistency. Take a look at what you're doing. Ask yourself, what do you need to change? Ask yourself, what needs to be reinforced? Sometimes there are things that you're doing, but you're not doing enough of, and you need to do more of it. And if I could say the one thing that you need to do more of would be the continuation in one direction. Reinforce the value of that thing that you're chasing. Why are you going in that direction? What is so special about it? Keep your eyes on that prize. I am Coach Sess, and you've had words with the Mad Coach.
There it is.
Got it.
Nice.
That was awesome.
That was.
Wow.